I bought this Delta 6-inch joiner off of Craigslist. Got a real good price on it. So I don't really have a good place to put it, so I'm going to have to build a stand to put it on. I'm just going to use some 2x4s for that. Here's a sketch I made of the stand that I want to make. And then I went ahead and made a CAD drawing just so I could work out the sizes. It's only 12 pieces. So we'll get them cut out of these 2x4s. I'm going to try to use the CNC router to do the mortises for the joiner stand. I've got them marked here on the legs and wrote a little program to put a slot mortise top and mid rail down there. So we'll set up a stop. I've got this floor parallel with the x-axis here. Clamp a block on here as a reference point. Then I'll set 0, 0 as this corner here, the center of the bit, use a 4-inch round bit. Slotting, mortising a 1/2 inch wide mortise. So I'll get that zeroed out first and then clamp this first leg in place. Alright, we're getting ready to route the first mortise. I'm not going to be able to use the dust shoe because that clamp's in the way. So we'll give it a go and see what happens. Well, that looks like it turned out pretty good. Little sliver in there I gotta scrape out, but looks like they turned out pretty decent. So that idea is going to work pretty good to mortise on the CNC router. We'll get the other 3 done and then we'll cut the tenons on the table saw on the other pieces. I think I'll take about a 30-second off the face or edge of each one of these just to give it a good flat surface to glue against. Yeah, it looks a whole lot better now, and taking that little bit off won't affect the length of the table, but by about a 1/16 or a little bit more. So it'll be all right. Well, I've only got 2 clamps, so I'll have to wait till that dries, give it about an hour, then I'll glue up the other side. Well, let's get the second set of legs unclamped. I'm just going to use screws to put the rest of it together. I was just eyeballing the location of the screws because it's not that critical. Well, let's make sure she fits on there now. All right. A little bit low, but not too bad. I think it'll be all right. I think before I mount it to it, I'll go ahead and prime and paint it. Probably the same color as I painted the CNC table. I think I've got some of that paint left, so I think I'll do that next. Now that the primer's dry, we'll give it a light sanding with 220 sandpaper just to knock the fuzz off. Well, it's the next day. I went ahead and put a second coat of paint on last night so it could dry overnight. So we're about ready to mount the joiner onto it. That looks pretty even. Using a transfer punch to mark the holes for the lag bolts. Well, I just ran into a problem. I noticed that the drill bit is hitting the screws where I screwed the cross piece in, so I'm going to take those screws out and move them down a little bit or something. Probably should have drilled a size smaller pilot hole. I used a 3/16, which was recommended in softwood, but in this end grain, probably could have went 32nd under that. It was going in real easy. It gets tight at the end, but if I keep on turning it, it'll probably strip. I mean, it's snug enough where it's not going to fall off of it. I think I'll go ahead and drill a hole right below where the screw was on the sides here and put the screw back in a little bit lower to miss that lag bolt. Well, there it is, all complete. Didn't turn out too bad.